Statistics have shown that a whopping over 970 million people have been diagnosed with mental health disorder around the world. Welcome to the Ummaah Health Show, the show where we talk about healthy living. On today's show, we'll be talking about mental health disorder. Now, this is a really interesting topic, and I'm sure our viewers at home agree with me on this. But before we go deep into the show, my name is Kafilat Gober, as always, and you're welcome to the show once again. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Yeah, welcome back to the show. I mean, it's going to be an interesting session on today's episode. But before we go deep into the show, I'd like to welcome my guest on the show. You're welcome to the show. Can you tell us about yourself, please?
I'm Amina Yunus Ali. I'm a mental health advocate, a teen life coach, family life coach, parenting mediator, but most importantly, a lover of life.
A lover of life. I like that. You're welcome to the show. So, I mean, today I'll be learning from you and our viewers at home on, I'd like to know what mental health generally is. Can you tell us about it?
Okay, so
educate us.
So, first of all, mental health in itself talks about your well-being in terms of your emotion, your psychological well-being, as well as your social well-being. So, mental health disorders is basically any of disturbance that whether in behavior, attitude, or even thoughts processes that affect your emotional, psychological, and social well-being.
Now, I said earlier, a whopping 970 million people. I'm sure the number has even grown from the last
survey.
Yes. Have been diagnosed with mental health around the world. What's your take on this?
Well, we can be sure that that number is going to highly increase by the end of this pandemic. Yeah, because mental health disorders talks about how you as a person are resilient to stress and anything that may affect your emotional well-being. The pandemic has not been easy on anybody. And the 970 million that we have is just a figure for the world.
From 2017, actually.
Yeah, and what we can tell from that is Africa as a continent and Nigeria as a country, we don't have a good enough statistics to show how many people are actually affected with mental health disorders. And that's basically because of the stigma. Nobody wants to address the issue. Not everybody is comfortable coming out to say, I'm a mental health.
No, stigma. Yeah. Sorry to cut you short. We'll get to that. But, I mean, can you tell us a bit more about mental health before we get to the stigma?
So mental health disorders are could either be biological, genetic, or from external factors of stress and thought processes. So basically what we are looking at is a person who will be disposed to a type of mental health disorder if there's someone in their family has
it. So what are the underlying symptoms that you as a life coach and a psychiatrist can tell, or other people outside can really see, looking at someone and say, oh, this person is quite...
Well, the thing about mental health disorders is you need to have an accurate assessment for you to be diagnosed with the type of mental health disorder, because ranging from schizophrenia to depression, anxiety, bipolar disorders, and even learning difficulties like dyslexia, dysgraphia, and autism, all those things need to be properly assessed, tested, diagnosed, and then fully confirmed before you can say, okay, this is the type of mental health disorder. So, for instance, for depression, it can come, after feeling 2 days of sadness, after losing someone. It is expected that you would grieve. It is expected that you'll be sad. But now, if this goes on for more than a natural length of time of, say, at least 2 weeks, then we can begin to wonder how you're coping with such an external stimulus and how you are able to process your thoughts and then become effective and productive in your lifestyle. So, it's not enough to look at
just
someone.
look at someone and
Yes,
say,
well,
oh,
you could have symptoms like overeating, emotional eating. You could have symptoms of continuous lethargy, oversleeping, not being interested in things that you would normally be interested in. You could not just want to talk to anybody, gradually withdrawing from your family and friends, and this goes on for a certain span of time, and people tend to start to worry about you, and at that point in time you begin to it is important for you to start